Vandy at Kentucky, Mike. Commodores coming off what we have grown to know in being the formula for the better Vanderbilt. I won't say a winning formula, but a let's stay close formula against Florida in squeezing the game down, taking the air out of the football, maximizing the running game with Ralph Webb in particular, playing very solid defense, albeit Florida certainly helps on the offensive side and keeping that game close. Kentucky with a big win a couple weeks ago against South Carolina at home at 17-10. Did what we expected them to do against Alabama, although they kept it within a couple scores in the first half in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, I think this is a game against with two coaches who are both on the hot seat. Stoops at Kentucky, probably a little bit more pressure on him than Derek Mason at Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt hasn't looked good last week, even though I think last week was more Florida playing very poorly than Vanderbilt coming out like gangbusters. They went down to Georgia Tech, didn't look good against Georgia Tech at all. And then kind of that opening game against South Carolina. Again, neither one of those teams looked very good. Ralph Webb is a good running back. Kentucky's got a good running back as well, and Boone Williams. I think Kentucky has the pieces. They have a little bit more talent than Vanderbilt. Of course, their defense has struggled this year. Gave up the lead to Southern Miss in a bad loss there and just got destroyed by Florida. Those were the first two games. Come back, escape New Mexico State, beat South Carolina. I think built some momentum against Alabama. They didn't get crushed by Alabama. So I think they look at Vanderbilt coming up, then they got a bye week, and they got Mississippi State at Missouri. They've got 3 winnable games and a bye week coming up in the next 4 weeks. They got to be thinking to themselves, okay, the last couple of years we started out strong, 5-0, and then we've lost 6 straight. Maybe this is the year where we start out slow and we build momentum and we finally get to a bowl at the end of the season with a strong second half of the season. So I think there's a little bit more momentum in Lexington than there is in Nashville. But we'll see. I think the weakness of Kentucky's defense is not as exploitable by Vanderbilt, whose offense I'm still not sold on Kyle Shermer and Vanderbilt's ability to put a lot of points on the board against an SEC defense. I think Kentucky wins this. I think their offense is able to do a little bit more against Vanderbilt's decent defense than Vanderbilt's offense is able to do against Kentucky's defense.